It's we have a lot of long drives, but it's been going great, and we've done a bunch of shows with our friends Buck Cherry, and we had never met them beforehand, and we've just been having such a great time. We're just bouncing everywhere.
During the tour, do you intend to record live CD or DVD?
Yeah, actually, we're doing the Polish Woodstock in was it the 31st?
31st of July.
31st of July. So we're gonna record that and for a DVD to be released. We've never done anything like that before, so it's exciting for us, and it's gonna be the largest crowd that we've ever played in front of. It's about 500,000 people, which is it's just fucking insane. So we figured, why not document it, you know?
Tell you what though, Hellfest was pretty fucking cool too. My God.
Thank you for the beer.
Metal Den for Road Meeting. A question about Sebastian Bach. He says
What?
he says he has sold a few, not so much album, but his new album. And in the same time, he has a lot of 800,000 likers on Facebook. Do you agree with him? Is it a phenomenon now?
Can I just, in all honesty, we're only concerned about SkidRow, and I don't know what goes on in his life or Rob's life. This is the most important thing to me and to all of us, and I'm more concerned about SkidRow in today and tomorrow. Our main concern was the show today, and we had a great time, and the crowd was amazing. And then we'll release the next EP in August, the first week of August, and then that's our concern. In all honesty, it's so old and so dumb that it doesn't have any sort of relevance in our lives. That's the truth.
Okay, thanks.
Please, Nick. Can I just ask you, what is left on SkidRow's bucket list? If you have, what would you most like to do with the band that you haven't already achieved so far?
You were awesome at download.
You were awesome at download too.
You know what?
You feel the love.
Let's let the guys answer that one.
I want to play share the stage with AC/DC before.
That's it. AC/DC.
I did Kiss. That's great. AC/DC, and then kill me right after. I'm good.
So Neil's asked you about your bucket list. What's the highlight of your career?
What's already happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Today was pretty great. Right now I'm so high from that crowd out there that shit. Today.
And what can we expect from the new EP that's coming out?
It's a continuation of our theme for United World Rebellion, and you can tell just by here, the world's getting very small. And I think we're all in it together, and it's about not letting the man get you down.
Hi guys, welcome back in France. Yves from Sub-17 and Weekend News.
Thank you.
It seems to be a busy year for SkidRow in 2014. What are your plans for Europe for the next month?
Well, we have 4 more shows in Europe. I think we end in France, actually. And then we go back to the States for about 3 weeks, come back to Europe for a few weeks, go back to the States, and then in October we're doing 2 weeks in the UK, and then we're going to hook up with Saxon. We're going out with Saxon, and we're doing the tour with them. They're doing the Steel Wheels of Steel, and them and Leather,
Strong Arm of the Law.
and Strong Arm of the Law. And so we're going to meet up with them, I believe, in Germany, and then we're going to finish the year out in Europe. And it's just, we're so excited to go out with it. It's going to be awesome.
Just another question. Who did the choice for the 2 cover songs you're going to release in your new EP?
You know what? It's really hard to choose covers because everyone's done everything. So we go for more obscure stuff, and we're looking for things that had the same theme as what we're trying to get across with United World Rebellion. We wanted to do Queen. Johnny's a big Queen fan. We wanted to do that. Snake's a big Aerosmith fan. We all are, actually. And we just wanted to get something that was really cool. So we went through like 100 songs.
And trying to find one that hasn't been done is very difficult.
Yeah.
And I mean, even I just bought Queen's greatest hits. Sure, Heart Attack's not on there. It's fucking A.
So we picked that one.
Akalatakomi from Russia.
How are you?
Great, how are you?
Great.
The show.
Thank you very much.
So we have great melodies in practically all your songs. We love it for melodies, but in late 2000 years, you say, is it true that the melody is substituted by rhythm and impressions? Agree or disagree? And if you disagree, who are you going to call and read the article?
I couldn't understand the question. Can someone help out?
I say that we hear melodies in all of your songs, but for the last 2 decades, I think that the melodies are substituted by rhythms and impressions. Do you disagree with it? Or agree? Substituting melodies.
I think he's asking me that
Okay, no.
melodies come from rhythm and aggression.
Wait, I hate, personally, I don't like to comment on other people's music because of our music. Here, you want to answer?
Okay. Yeah, there is stuff that got more aggressive with us. Oh, not us. As a whole, like music as a whole. You answered that.
I don't. It's so true, I am. I don't make judgments on other people's music at all. I respect everybody that takes the time to get in a room and write songs and put their heart and soul into creating something. So I'd be the last person to judge anybody. We've always been really conscious of melody. It's something that has always been within our own songs. So as far as anybody else, I can't really give you an answer on that one, honestly. I respect everybody's ability to make music, and I know how hard it is. So to put a band together and to maintain a band and to go on tour with each other, it's a crazy fucking thing, but I respect anybody that can do it.
And the beauty of music, making music, playing music, there's no rules. Right? You could make no sense in your song, but if it feels good, and it feels good to you, feels good to the band, that's all that matters, because there's no rules to making music. That's why we have the best fucking job in the world.
That's right.
So with the EP called United World Rebellion, and you look at those kind of issues, there's a lot of causes out there at the moment, such as the Arab Spring and what we said is watching on the street. What to you is the most important kind of collective cause out there at the moment?
Well, we like as far as charities and stuff like that.
World issues. So current world issues.
I'm sorry.
Current world. Sorry, I lost my voice. Current world issues. The biggest current world issues.
World Cup. USA still in it, by the way.
Again, it's like we try not to worry about too much stuff, but we do. As people, we do. As a band, we worry about ourselves because we have huge egos. But there's coming from America, we always get involved in a lot of other people's problems, and it really drives us crazy. But it's what we do, as far as a band, we're very involved with autism, and we have friends that have children that have autism, and we get very involved with those type of charities. And it's not on a global level, but in the States, we do it here.
Johnny has got a wonderful thing that he's doing for children who have terminal diseases, and he's been doing this. He just started it up, and I'm so proud. We all are proud of him that he's reaching out and being involved with children. We all have an affinity for kids, man. We all have families and nephews, nieces, sons, daughters, and there's nothing worse than seeing a kid suffer. So to bring a smile to a child's face is the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, it's kiddo rags. It's very simple. When these kids lose their hair, they don't feel cool. So I want to make them feel like a rock star. So I give them do-rags like I wear, so that they can can feel like a rock star. And maybe he'll forget about her just for a little bit, you know.
Guys, just to bring it back to the music, can I ask you all individually what you think the best Skid Row song ever written is?
Scotty?
Wow. I like Monkey Business. It's one of my favorites. It's got great groove, lots of fun to play. But there's a bunch of good ones. I like them all.
Yeah, it's really hard to narrow it down to just one. Hopefully, Youth Gone Wild. To me, it just kind of, for me, it stands for. It's a great way to sum up what the band stands for and what the band represents. That's probably the most powerful one to me.
One of mine. No, We're the Damned, which is coming out here later on this summer. It's so true. We're the Damned.
Let's see. I have two. Quicksand Jesus is one, and Kings of Demolition that we did tonight off the latest EP. That's the other. I love it. There are those songs where I could just close my eyes and just play, and I don't even have to look at my bass. I don't even have to listen to anyone else on stage. They're just those songs that are kind of magic, and we worked really hard and argued over both of these songs and just rewrote them about 4 or 5 times each. So the work that was involved, and if we write the song, we got to bring it to these guys and see if they like it. So it's just like we work really hard and we'll be like, okay, hope they like it, and everyone's like either like yeah or you know. So those two songs are really special to me.
Stairway to Heaven. See, no one knows I wrote that, see? Now you got something to write about. In all honesty, I like to think that we haven't written it yet. It's so hard, so I like to think that we haven't written it yet. And it's so great to be a part of something for so long and still be inspired to create music and to go out and play. And the fact that, in all honesty, the fact that we're able to sit here and talk to you guys and play a show in front of people, it's the most humbling thing in the world, and we kid you not, it doesn't get lost on us. It's really, that you guys give us the ability to go out and play shows is fucking amazing. So, you know what, thank you guys, seriously, in all honesty, thank you.
You know, back to what Rachel was saying about those guys bring in one great song after another. It's like, it's never ending. But every once in a while,
What is that?
What's about your preference releasing EPs? The reasons why?
You know what? It just seemed to make sense in this day and age. You write 6 or 7 songs and you put it out. It makes everything a little bit shorter. It doesn't overload the listener with too much, and hopefully it leaves the listener wanting more. And it gives us the ability to keep it really exciting, and the creative process is a lot more fun. Instead of sitting in the studio for 2 months or in the studio for 2 weeks, it costs a lot less to record, therefore it costs a lot less to sell. And I think that, I know myself, I get bored pretty quick, so I don't want, or we don't want people just to be like, skip over that. It makes sense to us to release less songs, but in quicker intervals. And so hopefully the audience will think the same thing. And we don't know if we're going to do this forever, but we decided to do 3 in a series, and number 2 will come out first week of August, and then we'll do the 3rd one, then we'll see from there. But for now, it seems to make sense.
It's a lot more fun to, write 10 songs and pick 5 than to write 25 songs and pick 10. And we get together down in Atlanta where I live, and it's such a creative environment, and just write and play and change stuff. And it's just 3 small bodies of work that make one large body of work, and add extras into the third one. It's going to be really cool. It's really cool. That's fun.
And we used to be of the mindset that we would release a record and we tour from anywhere from 12 to 18 months. And by the time you're done touring, you're, at least us, we're burnt, man. We're burnt, and it takes a while to create the next piece of work. And so we're like, you know, it just makes sense on all levels for us as a band to maintain the touring schedule and to be able to still release new music as well.
In 2016, SkidRow is going to turn 30. Do you prepare something special, like a live album?
No. No, we're like,
we're done 40.
Well, this is our 25th anniversary this year of the first record, and we're just kind of relishing in the fact that we've been able to do this for so long, and that you all have allowed us to do this for so long.
We don't plan that far ahead.
We don't plan to.
Where are we going tonight?
Exactly. Now it's an honor to be able to still make music. So if that happens and we're still around then, which I pray and hope for, it'd be awesome.
Obviously, you say the actual 25th anniversary is the actual next album, but then with the dark days of the 90s, where your kind of music was important, how did you keep yourselves motivated to carry on throughout the 90s?
I'll never forget, I think we were in Europe, and LA Guns was opening up for us, and Tracy Guns came into my room with a cassette, and he said, "Oh, I gotta play you this band, it's called Nirvana." And we put in the cassette player, and I just looked at him and I go, "You know we're going out of fucking business soon, right?" And you know, it was a changing of the guard, but it happens all the time. We are one of the bands that are fortunate enough to instill, you know, we did separate things, you know. Scotty had stuff, I had stuff, Snake had stuff, and it's before we met Rob and Johnny. We were still up in Jersey, and it was just one of those things where it's like we knew music was still there inside us, but we just had to wait it out, and we had different projects separately, together, and then it just came back around, and that's when we realized, you know, we weren't going to just go into obscurity. And Skid Row meant a lot to a lot of people, including us. And we realized that then, just around 2000, that's when we found Johnny.
14 and a half years.
And so just picked it up where we left off.
Paul from Classic Rock Russia here. So my question is, you know, with some bands, we can take Aerosmith as an example. Life backstage, let's say, changed drastically from 70s to now. So all this wild times changed to no smoking, no drinking, healthy food and stuff. So how is it changed for you, or is it still changing for you?
I think we ate a piece of lettuce this morning, so that's about as healthy.
Yeah, my first meal of the day was Heineken. And I thank the people from Heineken for giving me a fruitful and nutritional breakfast.
It's fun. It's good for you, right? It hasn't changed much with us. I mean, we were never a band. We were always drinkers, you know.
We never did drugs. I mean, so
Never got into drugs.
The night is young.
We've seen too many of our friends fall to it, and we're never into it. But we kind of eat healthy. Nah, fuck it. No, we don't. We don't eat healthy. We're drinkers.
Have you guys had the pizza around back? It's fucking amazing.
it's awesome.
Pizza's so fucking.
The Hellfest wine's okay.
So, hello from Greece, first of all. From Greece, hello. Thank you very much, Greece. I wanted to ask you, Rachel, I love your playing on the Stone Sour albums. And Corey Taylor told a few nice words about your music, about your first albums. And do you see your music being influential in your bands like Stone Sour, like that? And how do you feel about it?
You know, I never thought it was, because we meet bands that came out way after we did, and it's always such an amazing compliment when they come up and say, "Oh man, we grew up listening to you guys," or "This album meant so much." when I got a call from Corey and he asked me to play on the record, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. He asked me because I'm a fan of the band and they're just such amazing musicians. When they asked me, I was like, yeah, when, where, how many songs? And he said 23. Wait a minute. Only 10 on an album, right? And it was just a really great experience. And we sat there talking about road stories and he asked me, Corey's a SkidRow fan, which was such a huge compliment, you know? And we speak quite a bit and just bust each other's balls. But when we meet, where do we play? We play Lubbock. And with Deftones and Stain. And when we get being around as long as we have, and when we get on bills with these bands, it's pretty cool, you know, because we've been around for 25 years, and it's a really cool thing to be accepted by a crowd and by musicians that came out way after we did. So it's a really beautiful thing.
And bands that we listen to. I mean, those are, you know, contemporary bands that we listen to.
Absolutely.
Question. I think it was about this time last year we were talking in Sweden about your first EP, and if I'm not mistaken, the second one was not meant to take that long to come out. So why is that? And what should we expect?
It's been done for a while. It just made sense we have 2 different record labels, so not to bore you with all the bullshit, but it just made better sense for both labels to release in the first week of August. That was the best time for both of them. It's been done for...
Yeah, I was saying that shit. We finished it in January, and if it was up to me, it would have been out in February. But I don't get to make those decisions.
So musically, what should we be expecting from
It's fucking great. It's great. Of course.
It's heavy like the first one.
The band's on fire.
It really, it's a continuation of the first EP for sure.
Anytime you put a lot of your time and effort into a body of work, and it's such a positive experience that the results are always really good. So, and this was a great experience. I mean, we had a great time making the first one. We're getting in a groove. It's like non-thinking in the studio. It's just really good energy. So the result is kick-ass.
Sing a Death Angel song for us.
You don't want me to sing it.
I totally do.
Death Angel, Death Angel.
Anything else, guys? We all good? Thank you all very much, man. That was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Apocalypse, got the matters in control.